Alright, so as I said in my description, it's time to head over to the swamp and try and get us some roots from the A-bomb. I think normally the Abomination drops about 5 roots, and this is going to be got some foods in me. I almost feel like I'm going to take a couple other things with me. Just in case. This is going to be a big mess if I try to actually use any of these potions, because my ability for some reason to select potions in the middle of a fight is just not good, man. But either way, let's go out. Let's go to the... There's kind of like a little mini crap swamp. I need a name for it. Somebody give me a name for like one of those little pieces of crap swamp that's like nestled between a mountain and the ocean. There's about 100 trees in it and that's it. No crypts, nothing exciting. But I do know where there's an abomination there. I forgot to bring ancient bark back with me from the swamp. I was so busy focused on getting iron that I forgot ancient bark. And there was a ton of it around, let's face it. So my main purpose is going here is to get some ancient bark because I need it for the iron buckler, I think. And I want to make an iron buckler. I've got enough to make a level 1, 2 something, I don't know. You can see I've got my level 4 iron gear. This is going to have to wait. It doesn't make a difference, right? Really. The iron pickaxe I've made. I'm pretty sure I don't have to go down in there to get to the crappy swamp. Yeah, I got the wind behind me a little bit, but this is still slow. I didn't realize until recently when you are like the weather's all predictable and all that. I knew that, and you can go to the web, type in what day you're on, what time of day it is, and it'll tell you for every biome you are what the weather's going to be, what direction the wind's coming from, down to the degree, what the strength of the wind is going to be. It's pretty nuts. So even though the wind's kind of at my back, I feel like so this is getting near Haldor. He's over there a little bit, I think. This is the place where I stayed when I was first looking for Haldor. And once again, I forgot my fishing stuff. Oh yeah, I have very little in there. Still think I have room for it. Here's Mr. Trollman. My bow skill's only like 56, 57. I did some math. Recently using the tool of mine and the fact that I've got a level 4 huntsman bow, 57 health. An Abomination in hardcore mode is going to have 800 hit points. 800 hit points. My bow with the fire arrows is going to do 30 to 33, I think it was, so we'll just call it 30. Roughly, it's going to be 3 arrows per 100, so 24 arrows to hit. Maybe because I was saying 30 instead of 33, that'll add up to another one. So let's say 25 hits. Let's say I only hit, let's say I missed 25% of the time. That means I'm going to need to shoot, whatever that works out to be, 35 something, a little bit less. So I'll be shooting between 30 and 35 arrows, I think. Now that's going to take some time, right? 30 to 35 arrows is not tiny. I think I actually need to go across this way. This is Draugr Village Shore, I think. Yeah. But I should be able to get the wind at my back for a little while. See that little area between the trees off to the left? Kind of right above the tail of my boat right now. There's a Draugr village there in the meadows, populated with Draugr. When I first found it, they would have kicked my butt. Now I could go in there and probably win. But, there's no reason to risk it at the moment. And right in front of me, there's going to be my little swamp base, home away from home type place. This is the little crappy swamp. This is what I was talking about. It's not a lot here, but I do know where there's an abomination, and there's definitely some ancient bark. So the emergency, I should probably swap those. I also know better now. The one thing I said I was going to do and I forgot. Not the end of the world. This river's not too wide. But I really should bring a carve to go down that river. It's not really very friendly to this longboat. Mainly at the mouth of the river. That's where it gets bad. A lot of crappy rocks and stuff. I wonder if I have ancient root in here. Or ancient bark. Might have left some in here before. No. Alright, and I also calculated I can take one smash from an A-bomb and live, but no more than that. And I can, well, at least with the normal max health that I would get, I've got these little land bridges because there's still freaking little, leeches. Oh, geez, maybe that's why I'm not interested so much in crossing this river. Yeah, in fact, you see that? You see something just died in the river? My stamina's low because I'm trying to not start my food. That's what I was just going to say. I have 10 minutes with my food. This is getting annoying. Alright. I have 10 minutes with my food to keep a good stamina max above, like right under 100, I think, and it was 92 to 98 is what I would take when I get whacked by a... Let me do something real quick. I wonder if I can get any real distance here. Let's get this frickin' leeches. One hit from a leech, man, you're probably dead. What I'm going to do right now, I think, is I'm going to take a poison pot, and I'm going to take the food that I planned on eating to do this fight. I don't see any leeches. Alright, that did help a little bit. In fact, when I do it from this side, it might help even more. Alright. There should be a bonfire going up at the top of this hill. If I can ever get there, I have no stamina. Oh, wait! Jeez, I'm not even rested. Alright, there's the bonfire. I'll rest at the bonfire. So, that troll's still here. So, I came in here one night. I needed some chain so that I could make a meat station, whatever the heck it's called, the advanced cooking station, with the big hooks. So I just camped out here looking for wraiths. Finally found one right near the end of the night, but there is a troll right on the other side of this little ridge. It's pretty steep on both sides. So not a lot of, Oh. Not a lot of room for maneuverability for fighting a troll. Although with my current armor setup and buckler, I could probably... see, that's... I could probably parry it, stagger him, and then just whack on him. I'm trying to get rid of some of this stuff that... so you can hear that abomination over there. Yeah. As much as I can... Yeah, these guys are not a problem. A 1 star, but that's okay. Is that the troll? Are you kidding me? He's following me down into the swamp? What the frick? Well, that's thrown a little bit of a wrench into my timing. Anyway. I mean, the skeletons are no problem. Hopefully the troll is down there if he's still down there. There he is back there getting... probably beating up leeches. Hopefully he gets killed by leeches, what I'm hoping. Whoop. Now remember, trolls take higher... Whoa, hey! I guess they run faster than I do. See, this is why I wanted to keep that stamina pot handy. And what do? I go and move it for the... something else. Oh, the hoe. Dude, I can't see where I'm going. I just need like one more hit. Alright. Well, there's the abomination. I shouldn't have taken the tasty mead. See, that's what I was saying. I'm not sure how high this boy is going to come up here. I don't have time to be fighting you guys. Now, where'd that abomination go? I feel like I can hear it. I'm not seeing it. Which is bad, because it means it can probably sneak up right behind me. Oh. Ooh. Jeez, it's gotten dark. You always see me looking real hard at the... at my monitor, because I've got oh, it's nighttime. Are you kidding me? Alright, that means it's time to get out of here. At least get up near the bonfire. Wow, geez, it got later faster than I thought it was going to. So the last thing I need is a wraith hammering at me right now, and I'm not ready for it. Of course, I'm wet. I'm cold. My stamina's gonna bite. There's gonna be stuff like freaking Grey Dwarf Shamans that are gonna be annoying. Let's grab this up here. At least I can get to be not coal. Now anybody that's gonna be coming in at me, I can... Thought I saw some brute eyes over here. Maybe I can get some more chains. I actually have a bunch of chains, so that's not really a big problem, but... Ah, right over his head. I always forget you don't have to adjust the height so much. when you're, now the problem is that A-bomb's getting his health back right now. These guys are so annoying. Oh, he doesn't like the fire. That's why he's just kind of kiting around. Alright, any wraiths? And I guess what I can do is kind of hang out here, kill wraiths as they come. I'm going to turn down the strength of the light behind me, or in front of me, so I can see a little bit better. And hopefully it doesn't impact the screen behind me, but I have to have these lights on me to keep the green screen okay. Looks okay. And that's usually what prevents me from seeing easily in the dark. Jeez, I don't feel like sitting over here all night. But going back across the river is going to suck too. Well, at least that troll's dead. Is that a blob or something? Way too high, I think. Can't even see. There was something down there, but I just need to make sure I don't forget to watch my backside. So you never know where those wraiths are going to spawn. This message brought to you by the Death Star. Battle Station Company Store. I haven't chopped any. Let's get rid of some crap I don't need. I mean, I don't really need most of this crap, but could go and chop some wood maybe. Need to rearrange some of this stuff. This always goes in 6. I'm going to go like this. Keep health and stamina right up there. Maybe I'll go and chop some wood. That was actually the primary reason I came to this. And I just took another stamina potion that I wasted because I put my stamina potion where my axe is, and then I thought I'm going to go chop wood. Son of a gun. Well, presumably I won't need a stamina. Oh, what's that? That's a blob. Let me get my rusted bonus back, and then we'll look at fighting the blob. Or maybe it's an oozer. I don't know. That's probably that one I saw over there before. Oh, hey, back up there. Make sure there's no wraith going to sneak up behind me. Maybe right around there. A little short. Feels the right distance, but I think he's kind of moved to the side. Might know that I'm coming at him. Just a little short. Also, the arrows don't really do a lot against the blobs, right? Or the oozers. I still don't even know if I've hit this guy yet. There we go. A Draugr down there as well. I don't know if he's going to be alerted and coming up the hill like this guy is. How many arrows do I have left? About 100. A little short. This guy's trying to sneak up on me over here. So he's just a regular Draugr. Cut him around the fire. Could just whack him with my mace, but might as well let that thing take. Oh, I guess I killed the oozer and turned him into 2 blobs. Maybe about there. Oh, Grey Dwarf Brute he's fighting. Oh, nice. Looks like the Brute took him out fast. Oh, so the Brute, unlike the other guys, does not seem to be real afraid of the fire. Yeah. Bringing the bonfire down into the swamp for the fight against the Abomination isn't a bad idea. Only 80s, no. Only 90 arrows left. Alright, so that blob is taken care of. I may do that. I may bring this bonfire down, and if I get the Abomination to walk into it, that's a lot of damage. I've certainly got, like, the, Yeah, I know. Alright, it looks like the sky is starting to come up. You're making it too easy, buddy. Alright. It hasn't given you the day number yet, has it? It's still technically night. But we're almost there. There it is. Alright. Now if I go in here, I should have the ability to make the bonfire. Alright, now let's kind of come down, retake the foods, retake the poison pot. We have 3 minutes of rested bonus there. Already screwed that up. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so I'm going to get a little bit of a food burn because of that, but I think that's okay. Need the rested bonus. Always be rested. There it is. Alright. Now, I've never actually used the fire as a weapon like this before. Be careful about my feet. Keep doing that. I've re-key mapped some things. Trying to make as much ground space as I can. See that? You can't consume that right now. That was because I tried to pull my axe out again. I do that every freaking time. Wish I had some regular arrows so I didn't have to waste any on these guys. Alright. Where is this guy? Is he down even further? I know he's here. There's an abomination here. Is he still up there? Wait, is that... No. I hear the thumping. I swear. There he is. He didn't get too much health back. He's getting a little close. Oh, he killed it. Punk. Well, maybe I can make another one. I'm missing the core wood. How did I miss the... Oh, there it is, rolling around. I wonder if I'm full or something. When I said I can take one hit from my A-bomb, I wasn't exactly hoping that I would. Why did I not pick up that core wood? I got the slots. Where'd he go? Where the heck is he going over here? Is he like attacking a gray dwarf or something? He's really wandered far from the swamp. Which I'm okay with, right? Less chance I'm gonna get whacked by a blob or something like that, you know? Alright, he's getting down there now. Oh, you know, I made one very large mistake here. I hadn't popped Ike there yet. Well, this looks like maybe a rough place. Gotta get my stamina back. Just slide down the hill, wait for a second. I'm sure he'll be coming after me. I hear him up there. Still good on food. 3 minutes unrested, he should be, hopefully. I guess I'll say it this way. One of us is going to be dead in 3 minutes. I feel like the number of arrows I calculated may have been low. Not sure why that is. I gotta figure out why. It feels like I needed more than, like, you know, 30 arrows or whatever it was. I thought I needed 25. Or maybe the answer is just that I'm missing more than I think I'm hitting him. Oh, geez, where the heck is he going? Is he, like, going after deer and stuff? Is that him dying? Alright. See, I wanted to get about 15 roots out of this guy because it's 3x multipliers. So let me get rid of stuff like this that I don't need. What else don't I need? I don't really need the gray dwarf eye. So let me get the guck. And let me get the roots. How many roots did I get? 15, that's what I thought. Guck, I got 15. Alright, so good numbers. Good numbers. And I can go and harvest a little bit more. That's funny. Question number one, I'm like, where the heck am I? This feels like this ranged a little bit. Yeah, nothing I need there. So I've got a little bit of corewood, but I want some more. No, not corewood. Freaking do that every time. I put the axe back. You can go back here. I do not want to not. I do not want to not. It's good English. I don't want to forget. Bark is what I'm after. But there's still other guys in the swamp, right? There's Draugr. You can get a 1-star Draugr, 2-star Draugr. You're kind of thinking I just killed the Abomination, and so life is good. And then the next thing you know, boom, I get hit with a 2-star arrow, and it's game over. Or something, right? I lost my rested bonus, so that's kind of my cue to get out of dodge a little bit. Yeah, 44 is not bad. I could use a little bit more, but I always try and be rested, you know? Alright. Next time I come, if I need to fight an Abomination again or whatever, maybe to get some more. What are these called? Roots? Roots. To get some more roots, I'm going to want to make sure I bring this stuff for a bonfire instead of assuming there's going to be some stuff here. I think that little land bridge I built wasn't a huge land bridge, but it was a good spot, I think. Alright. Ah. Yeah. The bane of stamina. Or the bane of being a really bad player. Make sure there's no leeches swimming around. For my little jump here. Oh, there was a fish floating around on the shore, though. And back to the boat. Back to the base. Make some root harness, probably. That way, if I'm deciding to go into the plains for whatever reason, get some, I don't know, get some barley, some flax going. Way too early for that, really, but at least I can have the pierce-resistant armor on. Oh, you punk. How did I end up getting a level on that, at least? Bows, 57. No, but I'm very close. Who knows, if I hit that deer, maybe I'd have been a 58. Is there something living over here? No. But I am gonna get myself a little rested bonus here. What do you name a crappy little swamp like that? I'm not a creative person. I have an appreciation for creative stuff, but my ability to come up with cool names is generally pretty bad, without some sort of a, you know, at least a starting point. Maybe I'll call it... Nah. I mean, that's where I got the A-bomb, right? That's a good A-bomb kind of reference. Do I go through here? Yeah, because that's where that Draugr meadow nonsense was. So it's going to be this way. And I did get a reading on Bone Mass's location from one of the crypts that I cleared out, but it wasn't a... the reading that I brought back with me didn't seem to be correct, so I might have rotated it. Try to kind of get a build direction going. Luckily, it seemed pretty cardinal direction. And I know the direction it was from the swamp, from the crypt. And I felt like it was, either east or north. Alright, so I want to name a swamp. It's crappy. It's got an Abomination spawner in it. Maybe I'll call it New Orleans. It's like, swampy. You can get a lot of, useful crap there for, voodoo stuff, abominations, and ancient bark. New Orleans it is. Apologize to anybody who's from New Orleans and is taking offense to my comments. See? Voodoo just got me. I was talking bad about New Orleans, and now all of a sudden, they made a rock appear out of the water. Man, I am stuck. Don't talk bad about the spirits. Oh, see, it pushed me when I turned the thing on. It pushed me to the left. So I'd be lined up on that rock again. Of course, the last part of this, I'm going to be going into the wind, mostly. Actually, straight ahead, a little misty. I can avoid this area. I'll actually be okay for most of it. The OS-1 orbital battle station. In fact, that little island right kind of at the top of my flag right now may be my base. It always renders like the very last minute. Yeah, I think so. That's the island I'm going to take over there. If once I beat Bone Mass, I've decided. It's not real huge, but it's pretty good size. I can clear out the trees, get a lot of wood, bring a lot of stone in, make some good stone walls, have a good fortress. Should be reasonably raid-proof. See what I mean? How this thing doesn't really... Yeah, there we go. Finally, it's starting to render in. I mean, I can't cover the whole island in, surround the whole thing in stone or something. That would take probably like tens of thousands of stone, and I don't feel like dealing with that, but... Alright. That turned out pretty well. Pretty good park job. Now I should be able to make my iron buckler. Okay, I gotta get rid of some of this other crap though. So first the Draugr trophy. This is my swamp stuff generally. I'm going to put the guck in here for now. 9. I should be like an 11 or 12, right? Yeah, there we go. Alright, oh, the entrails I can toss away. Start making some sausages. Sausages. I don't want to carry the core around in the fine wood, so I'm going to put that back for now. Those two should be good for... I just like to keep 2 around. That'll get me through any large mine or whatever. Alright. So, silver. Wait. What did I make last? Healing pots. I need to make more stamina pots. I only have 4 left. The tasty mead was a total bust. I'm just not coordinated enough to do something like that. I have to acknowledge my shortcomings. Stamina, minor stamina, honey, raspberries, and yellow mushroom. I would have put the yellow mushrooms probably in here. No. Where did I put yellow mushrooms? I know I've got to have some. Honey, yellow mushrooms. Okay. Need 10 of those. 10 of the honey. 10 of the raspberry. Make up the meaty. You know, I wish you could get a better stamina faster in this game, but alright, let's make. I've got some iron. Iron buckler is, I think, where it's going to be. So this should be iron buckler. That's as high as it will go. Alright, so this means I can put this in kind of the old stuff, you know, area. I almost feel like I should create a bunch of wall hangers around, almost like, you know, an antique museum type place to show where I've come from. Maybe I'll do that right here along the ceiling. Because I've got all my old troll gear kind of on the back of this guy. With the fine wood bow. Back in the days before the bronze axe, and I was having to smash trees into birch trees so I could get fine wood before I had the ability to do whatever. Mine stuff. Now, some of these things are still useful, like this stag breaker. I always want to call it the stag hammer. Now's not exactly the time to start my antique museum. Not quite far enough. So I got the buckler. I still have 78 iron. So let's take a quick peek. Is there anything else that I would need? Iron. You know, I almost feel like I would love a iron at-gear, but I'm not really an at-gear user, and if I tried to do it in this game, I would die. Just guaranteed. I don't need a bronze or an iron axe. I was thinking about the bandage shield, but ultimately I decided not to do that. I like the parry bonus too much, even though the block armor is nice. I have 0 skill, and I've never made a sword in this run through. The one thing nice about swords is you can hit multiple targets at the same time, and it doesn't take any sort of a penalty, right? Like the other ones, it essentially divides the damage amongst the however many creatures you hit, and then adds a little bit on. I think technically it takes your total damage, adds like a third, and then divides it amongst everything. There's a formula. Basically, it just guarantees that you do a little bit more total damage, but you still lose a lot per hit. I don't think I have anything else really. I mean, I guess I could upgrade the axe, but not really necessary. The iron mace I can upgrade to the highest level. Okay, good. Okay, anything else? The pickaxe. The iron pickaxe I could do, but like I said, that's not a huge concern. Anything from a crafting standpoint. No. I have a big decision coming up. A very big decision. Could make the obliterator. I think I'm going to do that. I'm sick of having a lot of stupid crap around that I don't want. Where did I put that stone? The obliterator, what was it, like 8, did it say? 8 iron, 4 copper. I can make it. What can I get rid of momentarily to bring my weight down a little bit? The cores, the wood. The wood will do it. I'll take care of that later, but where am I going to put my obliterator? Right here? Or will that be blocking out, like, something? No, that's actually not a bad spot for it. I need to make sure it's in a orientation I can put stuff in. That seems like a good spot. Alright, time to start loading it up with crap. Troll skins or whatever. Necktails. In fact, I should really, like, just take certain foods that I have that I know I'm never going to eat, like neck meat and boar meat. All this deer stuff. I don't think I'm ever going to eat any of that. I should probably do that. Let me put the core back for now. Eat some chorin food. Maybe some jerky. It's fine chorin food, if you ever watched Letterkenny. Alright, now I gotta clean up this stuff. The bark can go back in my woods chest. The roots will go... Yeah, I shouldn't have chitin in there. I think the chitin would go more like in the crafting chest, kind of over here. And I need to make another 100 nails, or 10 nails, or whatever I get. I probably need to make 20, because I always want to be able to make a raven throne when I go to those little forward bases, and I've been forgetting to bring iron nails with me. I'm getting low on stuff. Might be able to get some more copper. I'm going to need more for when I go to like forward operating base type stuff, and I want to bring forge materials, forge upgrades, and all that good stuff. Or even some of the workbench upgrades. You never really need more than level 2. Most of what I use is craftable with level 2. The initial one, right? Except maybe the iron pickaxe. Or... you know, once I get to Frostner, that's a whole other ballgame. This brings me back to the question about my next step. I need to make a bunch of fire arrows while I'm thinking about this. So, I am going to need to come up with my strategy for how I'm going to fight bone mass, right? There's the big skull head that you summon a map. You can make a little, like, area up top, reasonably safe, and just shoot down on them, right? So the question is, if I do that, now, fire arrows aren't very good on him. I think he might be resistant. He's very vulnerable to frost arrows. And even then, oh, the feathers. Even then, make a little bit more for now. And wood. In order to make the frost arrows, I would have to go into the mountains, right? This is where things get dicey. This is why it becomes a decision. Because in the mountain, there are wolves. And if you've played this game, you would know why I'm concerned about the wolves. Alright? They are just lightning fast death machines. They're not really susceptible to anything, but they're also not really vulnerable to anything. They're not vulnerable to anything, they're not resistant to anything. They just are what they are. They're fast, and they hit really freaking hard. I need some more wood for, I need some more regular wood arrows. So do I risk going into the mountains and dying in order to fight drakes, get frost glands so I can make arrows, maybe grab some obsidian so I can upgrade my workbench, and also start to be able to make, I think you need obsidian for frost arrows. No, poison arrows needs obsidian, I think. Or do I just fight bone mass as is, believe that I'll be safe up there, and just use like wood arrows? I really have no idea. So either type it in the chat if you can, let me know what you think. Why my comfort's all jacked up. I can go to a place in here where there's only a 5. 12. This is like the magic spot where I get all 12 of my comfort. So I've got some arrows. I gotta put this stuff back. Did I just sleep? Yeah. Alright. So now I have to... What do I need for the Raven Throne? It's what, 20 nails and some fine wood or something? 10 nails, 20 fine wood. Okay. So I had that a little backwards. I made too many extra nails, but that's okay. So I'm going to bring 10 fine wood with me. Not 1, 10. No, it was 20 fine wood, wasn't it? 10 nails, 20 fine wood. My memory's just not good. Yeah. Alright. Alright. So now I should have what I need to make the Raven Throne. That'll give me one extra bit of rested bonus in my other swamp forward operating base, Muscle Shoals. If you're a Leonard Skinner fan, that place is referenced in Sweet Home, Alabama. It's a swamp area, swamp place where they actually did a lot of the recording. I have so much crap on me I'm not going to necessarily need, but let's take some of it anyway, put a little bit more in the boat. I don't have too much in the boat. That's kind of what threw me off last time a little bit. I'm going to need to start making a little bit more food here too. This is, actually the muck shake is, I probably should have brought that instead of the carrots. And why do I only have this much muck shake? What do I need to make muck shakes? Ooze, raspberries, and blueberries. Well, I certainly have ooze. I've certainly got raspberries. I got some blueberries. Let's make some muck shakes. I'm leaning towards... The problem is the mountain needs to be high enough to have drakes. And my concern is I'm going to find mountains that are not high enough to have drakes, but they are, they'll have wolves. So I'll be risking myself for nothing. My inclination is to actually fight bone mass first. Use regular arrows, because if he can kill me with the regular arrows, he's going to be able to kill me with frost arrows. Like, I'll be dead. Let's make no bones about that. I'll be a dead man. Okay, you go here, you come here, and I think I can probably make another 6. And then I'll be out of blueberries. I might have to go on a little blueberry hunt. Not now, but in the future. Now I can throw the rest of the muck in here. What can I make with the guck? There's something I can make with guck. Not just like a green banner. I thought there was something cool you can make with guck, like a weapon or something. Like I can make a... There's the iron torch. Does this iron torch require, like, adding more guck to it to keep it lit? I actually don't know the answer to that. Like, I know, like, if you make this kind of a torch, you got to keep adding resin, right? Now, here's the standing iron torch. Standing wood torch. Now, the wood torch is the one I know you need to add resin to. I don't know about these iron torches. I mean, I guess it's easy enough to tell. I can just make them and then look. I can take them down and get the iron back. Lose the guck, but that's not a problem. I don't see anything in here that uses the guck. I'm going to take a look at the workbench real quick. And the... oh, I was going to make more regular wood arrows. Alright. Ooze bombs. Oh. I don't need those for the swamp, but boy, those are nice for mountains and stuff. Forgot about those. So there's the root stuff. Now the key, resistant versus poison is nice, but it's not critical. It does make you weak versus fire. Not that you're really doing this. Now, improved archery. I need to consider this for a second. I forgot about this. This gives you plus 15 to your archery if you make all three things. Like I said, it makes you... I would need 30 roots, which is killing one more Abomination, to have 30 roots to be able to make one of each of these. Now, the armor on these is 8. The armor on this is 20, right? So I would be dropping my armor by 36 in order to improve my archery by 15. I'm going to have to do some analysis on that to see if it's worth it, right? What I'll probably do, like I mentioned before, the resistant versus pierce is massive, right? I think it's the same for both of these. Nope. The harness is the only one. This one doesn't do anything for you other than make you weak, except for the part that's, part of that set. But if you're going to make anything, it's going to be the root harness that'll make you resistant versus pierce. So you wear that when you're in the plains, or the Michelins potentially even. You drop, 12, but that's perfectly fine. It'll definitely be worth it in the long run. Not a lot of things are using pierce in the swamp. Some guys shooting bows, but that's generally not too painful. Something to think about. I'm not going to make it yet. And the root mask also makes you resistant versus poison. Now, I don't think that this resistant versus poison is as powerful as the potion's resistance versus poison. See, this is very resistant. So, and the difference is resistant reduces the initial damage by 50%, whereas very resistant reduces it by 75%. So it's still worth doing the potion. Anyway. Nothing else in here. This corner celebration can be fun to make, but not necessary. So the guck did nothing for me there. And over here, I'm not seeing anything really either. But I thought there was it must be something else, like, in the future. Like, maybe I need guck to make Draugr. I think that very well may be what it is. I need guck to make and upgrade Draugr. which I can't make until I have silver. But what I am going to do in the meantime, just out of curiosity, I'm going to grab a couple of those resins, and I want to see if these iron things are kind of more permanent, right? So wood torch, what did I forget? Oh, I need a forge close by to make the standing iron torch. Not a huge problem, but this is starting to become a little bit of an annoyance. I'm not going to make it out there. I'm just testing. Now, if it does come up that once you make these... You got a turnip over there, miss? Look at that. Alright. Where is the forge? The forge is right there. So, I am in range to make that there. Now, am I in range here? No. But I am. It's interesting, I'm not in range of a workbench, but I'm still in range of the forge. Let's make it like right here. Why not? Okay. So you still need to throw resin in here. Okay, fair enough. So do I need to throw, let's say there's the blue one for Grey Dwarf eyes, right? Storing Grey Dwarf eyes somewhere. 2 of these. Grab a couple more iron. And let's take a look. And I broke one of my cardinal rules. I did not. Yeah, so you keep feeding Grey Dwarf eyes into it. Alright. Now what I was trying to do here, I'm making a clock. I'm still trying to really understand where the numbers should go, because I don't think it's going to be a perfect circle like this. I could look it up online, I think, but it's not worth it. Right now it's basically pointing west. Well, I mean, that's east, rather. So it is probably around 6 o'clock, I think. Sun rises at like 3:20 in the morning, and I think it sets at like 10:40, which means it would be 11:40, 12:40, 1:40, 2:40, 3:40. 5 hours of darkness. What I need to do is sleep and come running out here right as soon as the sun comes up and see where that shadow is. Right, because theoretically, if it's going straight down, this probably wouldn't, if it's really setting in the west. It wouldn't be, like, I don't know if the sun's perfectly in the east and west. I think it is when it hits the water. It's supposed to be. But I don't know if it actually is. Because this is the 12. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this 21. Oh, it's the 21 is where it would be when the sun theoretically is in its westernmost point. So maybe all these other things are irrelevant, because what matters is the 3 in the morning, kind of when it comes up, versus this, 21 when it goes down. Not sure I want to sit here and wait for this. And I'm sure there's people who have, there's some trees that are blocking my sun. I feel like the sun isn't really, like the angle of the, is it? I guess it is pretty dead on. Now it's already past 18. When I say they said the sun goes down, but I thought the sun was supposed to go on directly in the west. That's going to be a lot of trees to cut down if I wanted to make sure that the sun was still hitting this thing. See, at this point it becomes irrelevant. You can kind of see it, but that's a lot of trees, I think. No worries. I'm going to check the morning one. Grab some free wood. Grab some more chorin food, which is basically food that's not terrible, but is food that I want to get rid of still. So let's sleep. Let's wake up. Okay, pretty soon I'm going to run back to the forward operating base by the swamps, double check some stuff on. I'm going to take a shit. Where's the first place I see a shadow? Now, based on my numbers, that should be east. Well, that's pointing more towards this one here. Again, the tree may be kind of blocking this a little bit. Or the clouds. Yeah, figures the friggin' clouds would do that. Alright, I'm not gonna wait no longer. I've got some arrows. I can make that throne. I've got a little bit of wood. Maybe a little bit of rock. For making a fire if I need. I don't need that up there. In fact, I can clearly put that back into here. The sausages I'm good on. I'm going to take an extra 10 for the boat. 10 for the boat. And I've got an extra 10 here, so I don't need that. So I'm good on that, I think. Keeps me holding on. Oh, look at me. I left that open. Living on the edge. Okay, so I'm going to put this stuff in there for the Raven Throne. And I've got a core already. Some backup foods. I'm going to do like this. Refreshing that up. I do want to bring some of my fishing stuff. Fishing pole, some swamp bait, and some normal fishing bait. Let's put that in the hold in case things are not going well for me. What normally goes in 7, like the arrows? So this stuff starts adding up real quick. I don't plan on bringing a bunch of silver back or anything, but nice. Alright, that filled me up. I should get another one going. Minor stamina. Minor stamina is 10, 10, 10. 10? 10. 10. Getting a little low on the strawberries. I only grabbed one of each of those? Maybe when I do that. Not typing fast enough. Anything else I want to bring? All this just to really look more for some bone mass, huh? That's not a bad reason. Good on food. Got some chorin food. Maybe a little bit of jerky for more chorin food. I do that more often than I care to admit. You know, I take the weight. I'm not going to go through 10 jerky. Once again, I'll probably be going into... I'm actually going to have to take a break in a second. Oh, you know what I need to do. Nope, back up, back up. Something very important I forgot about. I gotta get my bearing. And I do that with a carve. It is now perfectly lined up. And I will use that in the water. Okay, we are off to the area where I got the bone mass reading. I'm going to double check it and maybe do a little exploring to see if I can find bone mass's location. See if it's on the island where I've been exploring the swamp, or to see if it is somewhere else entirely. We are traveling northeast, that's good. And what we're going to see I'm not used to shooting from a moving boat. I think the problem is I'm trying to... There's going to be an elder fight site right here on the left. Oh, looks like the boss might be coming home. Where's she going? There's the fight site. It is a little rocky here, so I want to avoid that. Alright. Yeah, I wonder if that's a okay little mountain to go check for some drakes on. And what I'm kind of thinking is you go up on this side here, and then there's that real steep side that if some wolves are coming after you and you don't think you're going to be able to kill them, then what you end up doing is you can kind of slide down it because they don't go vertically as quickly as you do. Okay, there's Nuaru right there at the top of my sail. Probably not going to render, but this is my first little island base that I've made away from my primary base. Alright, now is when we start getting the little bits of crappy swamp. You know? Originally I was getting excited when I was looking for crypts so I could get iron. Saw these swamps, and that's about all this is. I wonder if, like, wraiths spawn there at night, or if you need a certain number of trees or something. I actually don't know the answer to that. Whoa! The heck was that? I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what it was. I just wasn't expecting it. There's still leeches in there, though. I got a storm coming. It's actually better if I head this way. Might even be able to kite it into the wind a little bit. I'm going to do that. Just get enough that I don't have to be sitting there and rowing. Because that point over there is where I'm going to be going anyway. By the time I get that far, hopefully the wind will shift. But this will be better than... Oh, look at that. Oh, and there's the wind shift I've been waiting for all my life. Alright, so... Oh, but this is not the fog I've been waiting for all my life. Oh, do I hate fog. Or mist. I'm not sure what you call it on the water. Is it called fog when it's still on the water? Or is it called something else? Try to keep this bearing. But I don't want to run into a swamp. So now you have to start doing like weird angle rotations of the boat so you can see stuff. Now that's a pretty good view of the trunk of the tree. But you can see some land in front of it. I think that's what I'm seeing. Now it's entirely possible that I'm going to just sail right by everywhere I wanted to go. So I'm actually going to curl in just a little bit. I have no... I can still see some trees over there. Just can't see anything, man. It's brutal. There's a little bit of trees over there. It's the only thing kind of keeping me from thinking I've gone too far off the reservation here. That looks like a little swamp island. Which makes me, well, no. Could be a river right there, I'm not sure. Oh no, this isn't a swamp island. This is just that one part with the crappy little islands in the front of the bay. I think I know where I am. In fact, I think I might have a... That's funny, I know where I am, but I don't remember where it is in relation to where I wanted to go. If this is... Is this where my little base is? No. Man, this fog is brutal. I can see some rocks peeking their heads out, but there may be some just under the water. It's a little too late to see them. Boom, I'm gonna get hit by that one, yeah. That was just bad sailing on my part. I think normally I try and go around the outside of this one, but I kind of lost track of where I was. Oh yeah. I was gonna jump out for a second to stop the boat. That does not go through. Maybe on a high tide or something, but see, I normally would have never gone in there by accident, but this fog, brutal. It's just the best way to stop the ship, you know? At some point, I think maybe even pretty soon, it's gotta change, man. If this is like 2 weather segments in a row of mist, I'm gonna be really upset. Oh, I see lights. Oh, I know where that means I am. That's not exactly where I want to go. Where I want to go is across the way. And I could just go in there and sleep the night out. But I'd rather get to my base over here. Man, just brutal. Just brutal. Maybe I will go back. Well, I'll take the rain if the fog clears up. There's a little bit of swamp right there. There should be my little base coming up here. It's nothing luxurious, but in weather like this, I'll take it. My timing was actually pretty good, huh? Some resin here, maybe I'll pick up so I can turn some torches back on. Whoops, didn't want to come in here right now because there are leeches around. Maybe even right there, I think. I got lucky. Leech hits me, I am dead, game over. Oh, it's a grayling. Alright, I'm not worried about him. Okay, now I can make somewhere in here my raven throne. So that worked out just about perfectly timing-wise. And I think I'm going to stop this broadcast here. I'm going to pick back up in a little bit if I can. I mean, Comfort 11 is not too bad. It does make me wonder what I'm missing. A hearth, I think. And I should always have iron on the boat in case I think of things like, oh yeah, I want to make a stone maker or a stone cutter.